welcome back to my channel. It is Friday morning. I am feeling so excited for the weekend. Summer is here. And guys, right now I feel like a lot of us girls are in this energy of like, it's a girly pop summer, listening to girly pop music, just romanticizing our lives, just being confident, being happy with our lives, just doing whatever we want. And so that's what this vlog is going to be. I am going to Toronto Beach Club tonight with my friends for dinner, so that's gonna be a perfect start to the weekend. I also have a day party thing that I'm going to on Sunday, which will be beautiful. I want to tan. I tanned yesterday, so I have a nice base tan, but I would like to get a little bit more tanning in. I want to wear cute outfits. I want to do my makeup, my hair. I want this weekend to just be super girly and fun. So I'm just gonna bring you guys along with me. But before going into the weekend, if I know that I'm gonna have a social weekend, I wanna make sure that I am prepped for the weekend. So I just came back from a hot girl walk, which I have to say, doing a Friday morning hot girl walk with your favorite current playlist really preps you and gets you so motivated for the weekend. And right now I'm obsessed, okay? I am so obsessed with two songs. One being That Boy Is Mine by Ariana Grande, and actually three songs. Girls by Kid Laroi, which is the new song that he just dropped, which I feel like is just a summer anthem. It's just giving me. I love Kid Laroi. And also Nonsense by Sabrina Carpenter, because she is a lyrical genius. I really do think she's so funny and so witty. And she also just has so much confidence that's really thrown into her music, which I love. When I listen to women's music specifically, I like when they have lyrics where it's not like, I don't know, like sad lover girl music, and it's more like I'm the shit type of energy. And I feel like Sabrina Carpenter does a very good job at that. Like my favorite song from her is probably Espresso, because of the lyrics, just how main character energy that song is. That's basically what I want this weekend to be, main character energy. So maybe this will just motivate you to be on your shit. But anyways, listening to those songs this morning just made me really pumped for the weekend. But when I go into the weekend, I do like to make sure that my space is clean and that my fridge is stocked and just everything is set, because I know I'm gonna be on the go and I just don't wanna deplete myself and everything. So I just stopped at the grocery store. I'll show you guys what I got, and then I'm gonna do a quick tidy of my place. I wanna make sure that I finish up all the work that I need to do and submit for my agency, and I want to try and do a little bit more tanning and do some self-care, all that good stuff. Again, I'll bring you guys along. So if you're an OG, then you are probably not surprised seeing all of this, because these are essentially my essentials. So when I am grocery shopping, I like to kind of have at least 1 to 2 main meals in my head that I know that I want to have either prepped or like things ready to make, just so I have an idea when I get hungry. Now I am doing dinner tonight, and also Sunday I'm gonna be out for a long time, so I don't know if I'm gonna make both of these, but at least I'll have this if I end up wanting to make it. So I'm gonna do chicken quesadillas for one meal, and then a kind of like a bolognese pasta for the other. So I got some chicken, and what I like to do is saute mushrooms and bell pepper, and then I have tortillas and I have cheese, and then that way everything is prepped. Like the chicken will be cooked, and all I have to do is put the tortilla on the pan and then make sure everything is together. So that's what I like to do. And I have salsa and Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt on the side, which I already have. And then I'm gonna do grass-fed beef. I'm gonna mix that with some rosé sauce, and I have these like bolognese, I don't even know if that's what they're called, but whatever, they're noodles. And so I just whip that up, and then I have some food for the weekend, you know? And even during the week, this is what I usually do. Right now, I've been back in my obsession with beef jerky. I like to have a few pieces of this in the morning. It's high in protein, and it just helps me eat a little something, because my appetite is not always the biggest in the morning, although I have definitely fixed it. So I like to have this with Melba toast and some cheese. So in the morning, I'll literally basically just have cheese and crackers, but I make sure to have protein in it, because I think that's obviously like a balanced meal. I stocked up on my milk. I get grass-fed 3.8%. I think the higher the fat percentage, the better, in my personal opinion, which is usually opposite of what society tells you, like low fat stuff. Nope, I want the fat. I think it's actually a lot better for you, and it tastes better. Like in general, it just tastes better. And then I also get this grass-fed half and half cream. I don't know, I just like to mix the two in my coffee, but I also will add a little bit of this in my smoothies when I want them, if I want them. I stocked up on my gingerade kombucha. This is my favorite one, and I mix this with orange juice, and I have this on the side of usually my dinners, because my dinners are usually more like, they're not sweet, so sometimes I like to have like a crisp little like soda moment, and that it just quenches the thirst like completely. And then I got some watermelon because why not, just to have a little bit of a snack. I got some detergent because I needed it. I like to get this brand, and I got some gum because especially when I go out, I like to have a piece of gum. And sometimes if I do get a sweet tooth, sometimes a piece of gum will just hit it for me, and then I don't need to like go and buy a cookie or something. The first thing I want to get off my list is cleaning my place. Also, because I'm not going to the gym, I feel like this will be a great time to get even more movement in just by cleaning my space. So I'm gonna do that now. I'm not actually going to film any B-roll because I don't want my camera, like sometimes I don't mind filming myself clean, and then sometimes it's just frustrating because either my camera will start to die or I just like, I feel like my mind is in two places, and right now I just want my mind being with cleaning, and I honestly don't think it's that. Like, I mean, I know it's motivating to watch people clean, but if you want to really watch me clean, then I have a cleaning motivation vlog that you can go check out. But I'll quickly show you my place right now, and then I'll show you it after because it is a freaking mess, okay? And guys, I go through phases where I will like take things out and then I don't put them away, which I feel like a lot of people probably can relate. And especially when I have a busy week, I just feel like everything's all over the place, especially when I'm doing content or I'm doing my makeup or anything like that. So this is my workstation here. This is from last night. My couch always gets like this when I'm doing like brand deal stuff and content. Honestly, my kitchen is not that bad. This stuff here I just took out of my fridge because I'm gonna throw it out. This is my bed situation because I didn't feel like making my bed this morning because I'm about to wash all my sheets. My podcast studio situation, which today I am going to put my PR in here, and honestly I'll probably just take out the things that I don't want so I can get ready to do some sort of giveaway because this is like getting ridiculous. And then we have my washroom, which I feel like always looks so much more messier than it is because I have a lot of products. So I want to make sure to take away any products that I'm not using, and I also really want to wash my shower today. That's something that I wanted to do. Let me go do that and I will show you the finished product. Okay, quick interlude. I'm still cleaning. I will show you guys the finished product, which I'm already feeling so good, but I cooked my chicken as well as I was cleaning. Just made this quesadilla. So bomb, okay? I feel like quesadillas are such easy things to have during the week because the chicken lasts like quite a bit and you can always just saute up vegetables, which don't take long, and then just making it, putting everything together doesn't take long. This is plain Greek yogurt with salsa. I'm gonna watch my daily dose of Love Island because I watch it basically every day, and then I'll continue cleaning. Okay guys, it's a lot later. I finished cleaning. I ended up taking a nap and I'm having some iced coffee because sometimes I like to have some caffeine before I'm going out just to not really stay awake because I don't really think this makes me fully awake, but I don't know. I just feel like this is like my pre-game, pre-drink sometimes, and this is so good. And I actually made my own iced coffee. That's something I like to do, especially going into the weekend, is to have it iced if I know that's gonna be like really hot days, because I just find that sometimes there's days I don't want to have hot coffee, and then if I don't have iced, if I didn't make it myself and like brew it, then I'll just go buy some, which is not the biggest deal, but I feel like I always save so much money when I just make my own, so I just like put it in here. I don't have a lid for this, so that's why it's like that. So for my fridge, everything is stocked up. I have my prepped chicken and all the stuff I need for quesadillas. I have a few pieces of watermelon. That's just like the side of my Greek yogurt and salsa, so I can have that throughout the weekend. And then I do have my ground beef pulled out. I'll probably make that tomorrow, but it's always so nice to just have a stocked kitchen, especially going into the weekend. I cleaned up my studio as well, so I put all of that PR that was here into my PR cabinet. And guys, I still have so much stuff. It's unreal. Like, it is wild. I try and do my best to obviously use as much as I can, but I feel like it always just compiles because I take my time with products. But I do have a whole bag here. It's literally filled, okay? Like, I'm telling you, there's so much stuff in there that I want to use for a giveaway. But I do want to sit down though and really sort through it and make sure that when I give it away, like whoever gets it is getting like, I don't know, you're not getting like 100 face creams and that's it. Like, I want it to be kind of balanced in some way, so stay tuned for that. I did all of my laundry, so I have a bunch of things just drying. I put them on the sides of my closet doors. and my living room is nice and tidy. I mean, it never really is that dirty, but I did the floors and everything as well. So you just, you know, it feels so clean. And then my bed, which I cleaned all the sheets and even the duvet, it's looking a little messy because I just quickly made it. Not a big deal. And then we have my bathroom here. Still so many products on here, but I honestly use them all. I also organized underneath my bathroom, so that was something that really was annoying me. So it's not like you could really see it, but you know when your things are not organized. I washed my mats and I also did wash my tub. So I'm out of the shower, obviously, as you can see. I'm doing a slick back ponytail, which I probably will do the same thing on Sunday. So I can let you guys know how I do that on Sunday. We have a lot more talking moments, but I don't want to speak for too long because I have like an hour now before I have to go, which is a perfect amount of time. I'm just gonna do my makeup and my hair, and I think I know what I'm gonna wear for my outfit, but whatever, we'll see. I'll let you guys know what I end up choosing. And of course, as I get ready, I'm playing my playlist. So this link will be down below if you want it. It is my favorite current playlist. Hello, we are back. I completely forgot to turn on my camera to film a B-roll of my makeup. So we are finished getting ready, which is fine because I want to answer some questions that you guys were asking in regards to confidence, because I asked you guys on my Instagram what you guys wanted to know for advice. And so we'll do that on Sunday. I'm a little bit in a rush, but I figured I would just show you what I'm wearing. Obviously, we got the slick back ponytail with the luxy hair. And listen, I'm always so happy with myself when I can rewear a skirt or a top in different ways, and I haven't worn this combo yet. So this top is from Aritzia. I have one in black. It's so nice, okay? I'll have it linked, and this skirt, and it's crazy because they literally match. I love a good matching set. And then I have my heels from Dolce Vita, and I know I'm probably pronouncing the name wrong because somebody had told me I am, so I apologize for that, but those are my tried and true heels. They're so beautiful. They go with so many outfits, like whether I'm wearing black, white, colored, whatever, and they're so comfy. So I'll link everything down below. And then I'm actually just gonna wear this like white linen big shirt, and I know it kind of like looks like I'm kind of ruining the outfit, but I actually do think that it kind of goes. And because we're going to the Toronto Beach Club, I feel like this is a good like light little vibe. So anyways, I'm gonna go, I'll get some clips, and then we will convene whenever we convene. Afternoon, everyone. I'm about to go lay out and tan for a bit. Last night was so fun. The weather was perfect. The food was immaculate. And I just had a really good time with my friends. But I did get home pretty late, so I slept in this morning. I went and journaled on my balcony because when it's so warm out, that is the best thing to do, is to go outside and journal on my balcony. And then I just edited for a few hours and I actually took a nap. But I want to go out and lay out for like maybe an hour, and then later I'm gonna finish up editing, and that's probably all I'll do today. I feel like today is very chill. Saturday, I went out on Friday, so I just want to recoup and make sure that I'm working and doing the things I need to do, because tomorrow is going to be all of my day essentially. So let's go out and tan. I just came out of the shower, which is kind of counterproductive because I'm going out into the sun, but I just wanted to moisturize my hair. Also, what I put on my body is this daily moisturizing body oil from Aveeno. I'm obsessed with it. I've talked about this plenty of times. This is the oil you want on your body this summer. If you are going out and you're wearing a dress, if you're wearing shorts, if you're showing your legs, your arms, your anything, I promise you, this is gonna give you like a JLo effect, okay? This makes you so glowing and it just smells so good. And every time I tan, I really like to use an oil. Then I did put some sunscreen on the areas that I was a little bit more burnt in, which it's the Vichy Capital 60 SPF. This is great. I like this. They sent it to me this summer. And I also put on Paula's Choice sunscreen on my face. I forgot to just bring it out. And then I just put this on my lips, the Sumbum Coconut Lip Balm. This has SPF in it, so perfect to protect the lips. Hello everyone, it is Sunday. Obviously I'm getting ready to go to the day party today. Do not mind the fact that my hair is in this head towel right now. I always look so insane with them. So this morning I went for a Pilates class. I don't even think I got any clips, honestly, because I was rushing, but I had a nice little journal session again on my balcony, which is always the nicest. And then I went and we did, it was like a mix of yoga and Pilates, kind of. It was actually really, really nice. And then I just chilled, had a slow morning until I had to get ready. So this is Ilia foundation actually that I'm putting on my face. I do like the same makeup look every single time, honestly, except for just recently I switched up my blush to this Say Beauty liquid blush because it actually slays when you put it on properly. I was struggling with for the longest time, and that's why I felt like I wasn't able to wear liquid blush, but we are here and we are fine. Anyways, I figured I would answer some questions because I asked you guys if you had any in regards to confidence and stuff, because I get questions all the time, and even like socializing, since I feel like that always comes out in the summer, but it also comes up a lot when you go out and you see friends or you know, go out into the world. Someone asked how to be in main character energy around friends without seeming like you are coming off as like fake or trying too much. And honestly, my answer is to stop trying to be someone that you're not. Someone who is the main character, somebody who is energetically a match and like reels people in and just like always gets attention, are truly the people that are just being themselves. Now, maybe you have been around, let's say, women before that, you know, maybe were faking it and stuff, and maybe they got confidence, but at the end of the day, like, that doesn't last when you are faking or you're just trying too hard. Like, a lot of people are very inauthentic, and yeah, maybe they get certain attention, but deep down maybe they don't like themselves, or they are really insecure behind closed doors, or they're anxious all the time even if they put on this persona. So in my mind, when I'm thinking main character energy and like confidence and stuff, I'm really talking about embodied main character energy, and being yourself is gonna be the best trick to doing that. It makes perfect sense why this question always gets brought up, is because a lot of us, and I have gone through this too, we have not been living life being ourselves. We are always trying to hide ourselves. We are always insecure because we don't look like that other girl, or we don't sound like her, or we're not cool like her, this, that. But the actual real truth of the matter is, the more that you accept yourself and you start to love yourself and be like, I don't need to change for anyone else, and like, I can own myself, you will start to see that reflected out in your reality. You're not gonna see that until you really embody that yourself by saying, you know what, I'm good enough. How I'm looking is good enough. I don't need to change anyone's mind about me. I don't need to chase people. I don't need to convince people to like me. I don't need anything. I don't need to walk into a room and wonder, how am I gonna be main character energy? I'm gonna walk into the room and be like, I wanna enjoy my time. I deserve to be here. I want to whatever it is that you want to do. Bring your spotlight onto yourself, and that is how you become main character energy, because when the spotlight is on you, that means you are a magnet to other people. You don't need to go and convince people why you should be chosen or why you should be picked. But I feel like even when we go out, we're usually in our heads and we're second guessing ourselves, or we're judging, or we're comparing, and it's like, that's not you being main character energy. You being in your head about other people and what they think about you is not being main character energy. Even if you want to get all dolled up and like try to act a certain way, it's not really what it's gonna give. And people can feel that, and people can know that. And especially I find like even men, like they pick up on women who are insecure, women who don't know how to have boundaries. They don't know how to say no. They don't know how to communicate. And I'm not saying that that's always a bad thing, because not all men are bad, but I'm just saying, like, if you're wanting good quality people, friends, men, all these things, then you really got to own yourself, honestly. Someone asked how to communicate with people that you've just met for the first time, especially if you're not good at communication. I think the best thing when it comes to socializing is to be okay with silence and being present, because I feel like it is so clear when I go out and I'm meeting people for the first time if they are really anxious or not, based off of how many questions they ask and, hi, how are you? How are you? Oh my God, I love this, da, 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 da. Which is fine. You can say that and you can ask people how they are. But when you're meeting somebody and you're coming in the presence of someone else, give it a second. Like, take them in, ask them something and wait for a response. Don't ask them something and then ask them another thing and ask them another thing, or talk about, like, you don't need to come up with all of these things. I feel like a lot of people are like thinking like, oh, I have to bring something to the table when I go meet someone for the first time. And it's like, that's not actually what you need to do at all. The only thing that you need to bring is your presence. And especially when it comes to meeting other people, people love to talk about themselves. People love to have people be curious about them. Usually, some people are closed off. So it's actually not about you. It's not about what you can bring to them and what you can say to make them feel any sort of way. Nothing about that. It's really about being curious about that person and just being present and responding to whatever they say next, which you can't prepare for. You can't prepare for what that person is going to say. So it's not about like, oh, I have to bring all these talking points, or like I have to say these things, or I should compliment this person. So I just think like the biggest tip is to be curious about people. That's how I have good conversations with people. If I'm genuinely interested in, you know, if they come to the spot a lot or where they're from, whatever. But that is very dependent on who I'm talking to, obviously. So every single person is different, and you should be probably curious about different things depending on the person that you're talking to. Someone asked advice on flirting for the first time. I think for one, you just need to understand anything for the first time might be awkward. Like, you have to get over the fear of the unknown or the opposite of what you want to happen with anything when you're starting for the first time. Like, be okay with the fact that, yeah, it might not go the way you want, or maybe you'll get rejected, or maybe it'll feel weird, because that's where a lot of our fears come from, is the opposite of what we really actually want to happen. But I just find when you can be strong and know I'm gonna be fine even if this doesn't work out, I find that your fears lessen. So just know that, like, you don't have to be perfect when it comes to like doing anything for the first time. And there's actually another question about, oh, do you approach men first, blah, blah, blah. And this is what I like to do, and to each their freaking own, okay? Like, literally, like, this is not about games. It's not about, oh, you need to be in like your feminine energy and you need to say this or do that. Like, I literally don't care, and I think everyone is so different. But for me personally, I just make it known that I am open and interested within my energy. It's not about me going up to them and being like, oh, I like you, I want to talk to you, or me even going up to them and asking all these questions. It's simply like eye contact. It's simply like putting myself in places where I'm clearly around their energy. It's not about like, you know, following this person. Obviously you don't want to be doing that, or like being in your head. Like, I just think naturally, also coming back to just being main character, I think that once you're yourself, like, you're gonna attract the people who want to be around you naturally, and you just will come in contact. So that's kind of how I move through the world. But let's say for some reason, like, I wanted somebody to know that like I was interested in them or whatever, like, you could even just say like to the person, if you're having a conversation, oh, like, I really love your outfit. Like, your fit is super cool. Like, I really think that like you have great style. Obviously you wouldn't say 100,000 compliments, but saying something like that and then following it up with something that's more specific to them to make it known that you might be a little bit more interested in them, instead of just like the fact that like, oh, your outfit is cool, you're a friend, bye. So I would be like, oh, your fit is so cool. Like, you look really handsome in that. When you say that, let's say to a guy, he's gonna know, okay? Trust me, he's going to know. And again, coming back to like eye contact and coming back to just like showing interest, like it's really not hard in my personal opinion. And I just think like it's so apparent when you're not interested in someone, like when you go out and a guy trying to talk to you or somebody trying to talk to you and you're not interested, like your energy gives not interested. Like you're very much so trying to like go away. So I feel like if you're just doing the opposite, which is not that hard, that person's gonna know that you're interested, and then I feel like then they can take the next step and then you can kind of move from there. But I think just be genuine, be curious about that person. Don't be all in your head, because I feel like there's just not a point. Like you're not gonna be able to even keep that up. And I don't know, in my personal opinion, at least the type of guys that I date, I'm looking for realness, and so are they. So we're not trying to be playing games in my dating pool, I guess. We're not trying to be like, oh my God, like how good can I look for you or whatever. Like I'm having real conversations and just getting to know people. So I hope that helped. Anyways, let me quickly rush through this makeup because y'all already know I talk for way too long. And then I will actually show you guys what I do for my slick back ponytail as well. Okay, wait, as I was doing my makeup, I was just thinking about the flirting question that I got asked. You know what you should try if you are learning to like flirt with people, or I don't know, just like converse with people in that sort of way? I think taking all the pressure off and like deciding that maybe one day or one night you're gonna go out and you have no expectations about finding a guy, or like if you're flirting with girls, same thing, but finding a guy or needing a guy or anything. I feel like those are the best nights to go out and just like actually socialize with people, because I feel like when you don't need that person to like you back, or you're not like looking or searching for that person, that is where I feel like you're the most yourself. Because as soon as you want somebody, you're like, oh my God, I need them, I need them, I need them, then you become this like person that's not really you. You get all in your head, you don't know what to say, and your energy's all weird. So I feel like maybe just like think about being intentional with a night out with the girls and being like, you know what, I'm gonna be in my like single era, I'm gonna have such a good time, I just want to talk to men and I want to like flirt with people, and like I just want to look really good and just like dance and have a good time, and like there's no strings, there's no nothing, and you don't need to be like hooking up with these people or anything like that, nothing like that. I mean, I personally would not do that, but like just have fun and like see where you can take it without having any expectations. I promise you, you'll probably see that you are a way better flirt, or just like way more confident when you don't have any real expectations or like worries about, oh, what if they like me or whatever. It's like, it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter, because you're not trying to get their numbers. You're not even trying to like talk to them like that. You're not trying to get on a date, things like that. So anyways, I just figured I would say that. Okay, let's quickly talk about my slick back ponytail, okay? I feel like I have perfected the slick back, considering it is a challenge for those who have thick curly hair. And I am halfway with my makeup right now, because there comes a point where after I get out of the shower, maybe around 20 minutes is when I want to start doing my slick back. One, because I need the gel to sit, but two, I don't want my hair super dry. So my hair still feels a little bit damp even though it looks pretty dry. But what I'm going to do is just add a little bit of water, because I think, you know what it is when it comes to slick backs, especially if you have like wavy curly hair, because it's very different, I feel, if you have like straight pinned hair. You need to have a little bit of moisture, aka water, in your hair. Like, you don't want to put gel on completely dry hair, but you also don't want to put the gel on really wet hair, because if it's really wet, then your hair will just go really wavy, which is obviously kind of annoying, because like you're just gonna have to keep trying until you get it right, until you know your hair. Also, my hair is low porosity, so it takes a while for it to actually get wet, so it might be different for you. Like, your hair might actually just already be wet. But anyways, so the first thing I do, I use Eco Styler gel. I just got a new one, and this is my first base layer. This gel will not slick your hair back the way that I have it if I were to just like use this. Like, this is not gonna be it. This is gonna be for your eyebrows, and this is gonna be for like the days where you wanna like lay down the frizzies, but this is not giving you the hold that you want. So if you've ever tried to do a slick back and you're using Eco Styler gel and you're getting annoyed and you feel like you can't do it, it's your gel, babe. I'm telling you right now. And then I just go in with like a normal brush and I kind of just like start to brush my hair back. And actually, I forgot to tell you. So in the shower, what I do is I section my hair and I brush it to the root. You need to make sure your hair is entirely brushed through, especially if you have thick hair. If you try and do a bun or a slick back and you have not brushed through your hair, you're not gonna get it like slick. You're not gonna have it look tiny, and that's why it looks so like small in my hair. If I didn't brush out my hair, it'd be like bigger and like it just wouldn't stay. So what I do is I section my hair and I brush like 3 parts on each side, and then I'm slicking it basically up into like a middle bun here with a brush in the shower. It's way easier to do that because my hair is wet. So everything is together. I use a little bit of conditioner until it's like really, really tight, and then I make a little bun and like I put my hair like pretty small, and then I take a second scrunchie and then I like wrap the tiny bits of like, because my hair is quite long now, so like I'll like twist my curly hair and kind of wrap it around and make it as small as I can, and then I use another thing to kind of like secure it there. So that's how my hair is. And then I do what I just said, which I'm gonna put a little bit more water in because I can already feel it being dry because I am talking for too long. This is where we use the Got To Be gel, okay? This gel, this is gonna be the gel. Don't ever put these on your eyebrows because I don't know. Someone told me that they put this on their eyebrows and I was like, excuse me, how? This just like really slicks down your hair. Like I don't know how else to explain it, but this is what I put over top. So again, I'm just like coating my hair with it, and I'm gonna put more on too. So it's like, it's gonna be a hefty little gel moment. And then I'm taking this wooden comb, like flat comb. I forget what this is actually called, but anyways, I'll have these linked down below, and that's when I really start to slick the hair back. And this is the brush that makes your hair really slicked back, especially if you have curly hair. Your hair will probably wave a little bit. Sometimes my hair waves, which is totally fine. Like I have curly hair, like there's nothing I can really do about it, but honestly, I can get my hair pretty like pin straight. It almost looks as if I flat ironed it before I did this because I can just get it back so well. But again, the key is like having my hair already brushed in this position in the shower makes it so it's really easy for me to do this when I get out. So after I do that, I go in again and just add some more, mainly to like, you're just gonna know where your hair tends to like fly up. And then I'm gonna take a little bit and just kind of like slick my edges. I'm really not an edge girl, if I'm being honest. I think sometimes like it's too overdone. Like I think you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, and you know what? If you like your edges really edged out, then sure. And maybe people could argue that I don't do a good job, but whatever. I just like it a certain way, and I just don't feel like I need to like pull my edges down my entire forehead. So I really don't do much. I just kind of let it flow with where my hair is going. Like I really wouldn't even say like there's any sort of edges. Honestly, I think it looks best like this because sometimes when you like swoop down your edges, it's like giving like your hair's really curly, but I'm trying to have my hair look basically straight, honestly. And so I feel like just doing a little swoop to the back and everything kind of nice and straight looks the best, at least for me. And by the way, this is like an edges brush that I got probably from the beauty supply store. And then I kind of just go back in again and just press my hair down as much as I can. And then when it's looking as straight as I basically want it, this is another key, okay? You need to let this gel actually like dry on your hair. So I've had this headband for years, and this just is the width of where I need it. So I just put it right over top of the main parts of my hair. I just be careful with it. I take a little scrunchie and I tighten the back because it's not tight enough. And I'm not like tightening it so tight, but I am tightening it just like this. And then I let this sit for maybe like, I don't know, like 15-20 minutes, and then I finish my makeup. So that's what I do. And then of course I'll show you the hairpiece that I put in. Make me go insane. You make me see, yeah. I want you to scream, yeah. I like the melanin. Got that melanin. Okay, so time to remove my hairpiece. Honestly, I'm running late as per usual, so I would probably let this sit a little bit longer, but it's honestly fine. Sometimes when I have to go, what I'll do is use a little bit of hairspray just in the spots where I want to keep it, but I honestly don't think it does like that much, if I'm being honest. Maybe just like a placebo, but at the end of the day, everything is looking nice and slick. And then my little baby hairs at the back, I mean, I do my best to kind of like brush them up and then just use a bobby pin, but at the end of the day, what do they say, you know, like the back of your head is not your problem. So okay, my camera's gonna die, but this hair is from Luxie Hair. If you've been around for a while, then you know. And it has like 3 little clips. So I just kind of like cover my little bun, kind of like that, and then I take this little piece and just wrap it around until it is secure. This is like the best hair piece that I've ever had. It is real hair, so that obviously makes a huge difference. And then what I do is I kind of just like pick it out a little bit just at the top, and like you literally can't see my bun at all. So let me quickly show you the final look. Okay everyone, here is the final look. Are we surprised that I'm wearing this skirt again? No. And I will keep re-wearing it. And this top is just, it's basic. This is both from Garage, this is from Gap actually. And I just felt like it was nice to kind of put something over this, because like I don't really want to be like walking outside with like belly out, tiny skirt. So I feel like this kind of ties it together a little bit. And then I'm just wearing my New Balance shoes because the girls are also wearing shoes instead of heels today. And I'm not sure if I even mentioned this, but I'm going to this place called Lobby. They do like Sunday day parties, and the theme is Y2K. So the sneaker vibe definitely can work for today, and I'm honestly happy with that because I do not really want to be standing and dancing in heels, although I can do it and it's fine. But I also just feel a lot comfortable wearing these shoes, which I'm so happy I got them, because I got them for specifically these type of times when I don't want to wear heels. So anyways, I'm gonna go because I need to hurry up, and we'll see what we get up to. Hello everyone, I am back home. It's like 10 o'clock and I am so happy to be home right now. Mind you, I had an amazing time. I feel like, I was telling my friend this, I feel like I haven't gone out and listened to R&B, like either throwbacks or just like hip hop R&B of this generation in so long, because I feel like usually when I go out, we're going to dinners, and a lot of the dinners usually have like house music playing, if they're playing any music. And or if there's any sort of club or day party or patio, it just always has house music. And I am a R&B girl slash hip hop slash like hood music girl through and through. So it was so fun. I went with a few friends, we danced, we were behind the DJ, so it was always a vibe being behind there. It was so freaking packed. Everyone was having the best time, everyone was dancing. It's just like, it was a chef's kiss. Now mind you, I was wearing my New Balance shoes, which are basically all white, and by the way, I just got them. And I was wearing linen, well, I showed you guys the outfit. Of course, why did every single person decide to throw their drinks on me? Not throw them, but like spill them on me. And this guy knocked over the entire jug of cranberry juice, like, you know, when they have them for bottles when they bring them out. He literally hit it, goes on the ground, and of course like on the side of me. So I got it on my blouse, which I'm washing right now, and I got them on my shoes. So I was so upset, but whatever, like there's nothing you can really do about that. And then we left and they wanted to go to Saluna, which is, it's usually like a club, but they have like a day patio vibe, I think like every Sunday, and it was like around 8 o'clock and the sun was still out, so everyone was like, let's go. So I went there, and you know, like I was just so uncomfortable with the fact that like I felt like my clothes were stained and everything, even though it didn't really matter. I didn't look bad, like no one could really see it, but I was like, oh my god, the longer that I'm out right now, this might stain, and I just like don't feel comfortable. So I stayed for a bit. I ended up running into one of my friends that I usually go out with, and they were like, we're gonna go to Toronto Beach Club, which was the place that I went on, I think it was Friday, and they're gonna have dinner. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'll come to dinner, but I need to go home and change because I'm not going to Toronto Beach Club looking like this. And they're like, yeah, no worries, just like let us know. And then by the time I got into the Uber, I was like, who am I kidding? Like, who am I kidding? You're not going out. So I just told them that I'm not going out. Honestly, it's Sunday as well, so I just feel like, I don't know, maybe if it was Saturday, I'd probably be more down, but also I really wanted to scrub my shoes, so I got most of it out. I'm happy about that. I ended up cleaning my space. I went into the shower. I brushed out all my hair, which this is why I like going out during the day, because then I have enough time at night to like do this kind of stuff. Like if I was going out at night, like I'm not doing an everything shower when I get back home. Like I'm just not, but my hair needs it. So I washed out all of the gel. I used an exfoliating scrub and I put a bunch of oil on my hair. So that's what's in my hair right now. And I'm just gonna sleep with that. And then tomorrow I will just rinse it out. But honestly, my hair is just gonna eat it up anyways. I made a chicken quesadilla because I am starving. I am currently watching Adam McIntyre. If you know, then you know. And if you don't, then what are you doing? I love him so much. He's like my comfort watch. So I'm gonna watch this and honestly just go to sleep and start my work week. I have a lot of events coming up this week. I am going to start another vlog, and I'm sure like some of you guys who've been watching me forever know that I've kind of transitioned my channel from being just sit down advice, like tips and things like that, like self-development stuff, and kind of incorporated more of my life into my vlogs. The main reason, it's not because I'm trying to be lazy and like not give like advice or anything like that, because for one, I do still think that I give pretty good advice even as I'm showing you my life, but I really wanted to transition all my sit downs, any like deep topics, things like that, to my podcast channel, because I just started to realize like my podcast channel is me just sitting down and thinking out ideas and talking about things and like sharing what has worked for me when it comes to like healing and things like that and like glowing up. But obviously like I still talk about that kind of stuff on my main channel. But if you're just wondering, like I don't know if anyone's really noticed, but I'm just kind of using this main channel now to just vlog my life and then leaving those deep chats to my podcast channel. So if you want more advice, or if you didn't know I had a podcast, I do have a podcast, the Globe Speakers podcast, on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get them. And this channel is just gonna be like kind of like me documenting things, but also just like showing up and like being that motivation as well. And like also it helps me stay accountable. And honestly, I make content that I watch. So I know the impact that my podcast makes for people who are really going through hard times, or they just want to level up their lives, or they just want to improve themselves. And I still see value in even doing like daily vlogs and stuff. Like I watch content creators who don't talk about like deep stuff, but I just get so motivated by either seeing their lifestyle or just like seeing that they're showing up every day, or just, I don't know, having something in the background, because I feel like I'm that type of person. So I hope that these videos are kind of the same for you. Please let me know what videos you would like to see on my main channel. And then of course, if you want any like deeper advice chats, you can definitely find that on the podcast. But again, that is my nature. My nature is to talk, is to yap, is to think deeply, is to pull wisdom out of things, and to give advice, essentially. So you're always gonna get it no matter how we really serve it on the internet. I am so happy it is summer. If you're watching this, please go do something. Like go out and live your best life. Go treat yourself, go celebrate something, even if it's like a small win. Stop taking life so seriously. And actually one of my friends had asked me like, how do I balance going out and, you know, living like a healthy lifestyle and also like working my mindset and things like that. And I told her, and this is what I'm always talking about in my content, is I just follow what feels good. If I'm really wanting to go out, I will. If I don't really feel like it, but like it's maybe more of a social norm to go out because it's either summer or it's the weekend or there's things going on, I do my best to try not to push myself to do things that I'm not feeling called to, or not feeling like energetically wanting to go out. And you're not really gonna know that, and you're not really gonna be able to pre-plan that too far in advance. I know obviously you have to plan certain things, whether you're like celebrating a birthday or something, or if you're going to an event, but what I've been trying to do with my social life is not leave it to the last minute, because I literally hate that. Like my biggest nightmare is going with the flow and letting things just play out like that. To my part of me that is like very controlling is like, what are you talking about? But as the years go on, I see the beauty and value and the alignment that comes out of just following your energy and just being like, I'm gonna allow myself to decide what I want to do kind of on a moment to moment basis. Again, I know it's not easy to do that all the time, but I do think that's really helped me navigate living life. And I feel like trying to live life black and white never works, and then you end up usually sabotaging way more, or like doing the opposite thing eventually when you end up breaking, and you do that like way more than you would if you just allowed yourself to live a balanced life, you know? Anyways, that's my rant. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.